was a man well acquainted with hearing.
I was born in Danzig in 1908. Our school often hired local musicians to come and perform for us. When I was 8 years old, a violinist came and performed for our class, and I was awestruck. That evening, I came home and I told my father I wanted to grow up to be a violinist. I thought he might faint.
I always thought my boy would be a fisherman like me, and my father before me.
I'm thrilled, Bernard. Look, you know how quiet Bernard has always been. Perhaps this will serve as an outlet for him. Bernard, we can't afford lessons now, but if you promise to practice as you should, I will take on extra ironing to save up money for lessons.
Mother made sure that I not only kept up with my lessons, but that I stayed at least one step ahead. Mr. Lipinski, my teacher, had played for the Warsaw Symphony, and he never let anyone forget it.
Now, Bernard, when I played for the Warsaw Symphony, I practiced at least 4 hours a day. We must practice, practice, practice if we were ever presented the gift of music.
Yes, Mr. Lipinski.
Now, as we play this next piece, you must let the violin breathe more. You're rushing to the end. Let the notes take us on the journey of the piece. That is the purpose of music, the journey, the experience. Now, Bernard, remind me, why must we let the violin breathe?
Because the violin is the instrument that produces a sound closest to the human voice. The violin doesn't need to breathe, but the music does.
Well said, Bernard. I believe that's the longest passage I've ever heard you speak. You are quite articulate, Bernard. Why don't you like to talk?
I suppose it's that people don't want to listen to what I have to say, but they don't hesitate to ask me to play for them. I suppose I feel more comfortable speaking with my violin.
You have great talent, Bernard. I know you'll be successful, but you must remember, you must give the music freely. You give it your technique, your talent, yourself. And the music will in turn give you joy. The audience will give you joy.
My violin and I were inseparable. I loved to practice. And although I didn't practice 4 hours a day like Mr. Lipinski, I did rise every morning at 5 a.m. so that I could practice till 7, and that way I could help my father clean fish in the evening.
Bernard, I enjoy spending time with you in the evening while I work. Well, you're becoming a fine violinist, and you have very gifted fingers. I don't want you injuring them on our fishing nights. So from now on, I want you to start using your time at night for more practice or spending time with your friends.
He's right, Bernard. We worry about you because you have few friends. You practice so much, and we are proud of you, but we also want you to enjoy your life.
Oh, Mama, Papa, you're kind to worry about me, but I am happy, and I do enjoy my life. But if it will make you feel better, I'll try to make more friends.
You are wise for a 10-year-old boy.
When I was 21, arrangements were made for me to live the residencies at the conservatory. I was assigned a room with a fellow violist who was also invited to play with the string quartet. His name was Joshua.Wayne.
Nice to meet you, Bernard. I grew up in Krakow, but I've been studying at the conservatory for 6 months. I know all the best places in town, so I'll show you around.
Bernard, Joseph was so different than anyone else that I ever met. He was a brilliant musician, but he wasn't consumed by music. He was able to pursue other things as well, mainly women.
It's true. I do have a way with women. I am, after all, a musician. But at the moment, I am bewitched by Stefania Rose.
Stefania was our quartet's second violinist, and she was quite charming. Isabella Zarnecki, our string quartet's cellist, shared a room with Stefania at the ladies' dormitory.
The girls all talk about this Joshua.Wayne. He is very good looking. And witty too. And he plays so boldly. I don't know though if he can be taken seriously. before 10, why don't we all go out for drinks?
I know just the right place.
Of course you do, Joseph.
Before my hand slipped on it, all through the performance, my hand was angry with me because it had to hold my viola and not your hand. It was all I could do just to make it play. Right, Bernard?
What's that? I wasn't listening.
Never mind, Bernard. He was talking nonsense.
I'll get us some drinks. Is champagne all right with everyone?
How romantic, Joseph.
I haven't even got started yet, so.
I'll give you a hint.
I don't think Bernard is having a good time. He's so withdrawn, and I don't think he's ever been out much. You know, just for fun. I think he's doing all right. He just doesn't talk very much. He obviously thinks you're beautiful. He can't take his eyes off you. To be honest, I didn't care for him much when I first met him. But then, when he played, I was overwhelmed by his strength and compassion. Did you feel it too? I admired his technique. I fell in love with him the first time he played the meditation from Tahiti. He must have noticed that I was in rapture because he finally summoned the courage to ask me for a date. 3 weeks later.
The night before my big date with Isabella, Joseph took me to a bar to get some pointers about the women. I just don't know what to say to her, Joseph. You're so come easy to me.
Just tell her you like her dress and that her hair is pretty. Women love that.
Her hair is pretty.
So tell her that.
She won't get offended?
You really don't know anything about women, do you? Women spend a long time working on their hair. They expect you to compliment it.
What else do they expect?
Be sure to bring flowers.
What else?
Dirty Jews? Why don't you get your Jewish asses out of here? You're polluting the air with your stench.
We don't want to fight you. Just calm down. We'll finish our drinks and leave.
You will not finish your drinks. You will do exactly as I say and leave.
Take some fire, Bernard. I don't know you had it in you.
If I wasn't a little intoxicated, I probably wouldn't have pulled a stunt like that.
No, you should be proud of yourself. You showed great courage.
I've never been courageous.
Well, you certainly were tonight.